Talk to the hand. Yes, that's right. We are back at it again with another NECA figure and another one that I found at Meijer. Today we are looking at the Terminator, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator. I'm not sure exactly which Terminator this is. I mean, I can tell it's based off of the first movie, but I don't know like what specific version this is from. But regardless, it's this one here. Kind of like the main suit that he's known for with the first movie, and kind of like the second movie too. It's just that this is based off the first movie, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so here he is. Here he is with Spider-Man. So there you go. If you want to dive against Spider-Man, you can do that. And here he is with Jason Voorhees. He's actually quite a bit shorter than Jason, which is very interesting, but still cool nonetheless. And then as far as how tall this guy actually is, why don't we find out together? So he stands, let's say he is just about 7. He's just under 7¼ inches, believe it or not. So he's a little bit on the shorter side. That translates to, let's say, about 18 centimeters. So yeah, in terms of a NECA figure, he's actually kind of small, but I mean, I feel like it's still cool. The sculpt, the face sculpt definitely looks good. I like the sunglasses there. The short hair, like you can tell like right off the bat who this is supposed to be. So it's kind of cool. I will say, he does kind of look like Johnny Cage with the sunglasses on, which is interesting because this guy was in Mortal Kombat 11. But regardless, I do like the leather jacket. It looks really big and bulky, and what I really like is all the details of like the bullet holes and like the synthetic blood and all of that. So that's really cool. And even on the right shoulder here, he's got a little bullet mark there. I like the detail of the zipper on the sleeve on both sides. That looks pretty good. The gloves, you got kind of like those biker gloves or whatever, where it shows like a little bit of skin right here, and then otherwise it's kind of covered up, so that's cool. Then the you got the zipper detail and the buckles and more bullet holes there. And the torso itself, it's a nice gray shirt, so that looks pretty good. He got like a little bit of detail there with his muscles. And then he has these nice like tan pants, like these cargo pants. I like the pockets and the wrinkles and the lines and all of that, like makes it seem like the real deal. And then you have his like cowboy boots almost kind of things there. So yeah, they look good. I like the asymmetrical details of like this one just kind of has like a simple buckle, and then this one has like a like a chain like around it. I don't think that's a chain, but you know what I mean. Y'all can see it. But yeah, so it's a pretty straightforward thing, but I like all the details there. Like I said, with the bullet holes and all of that. So I think that's really cool. They didn't have to include that, but the fact that they did, that just adds more detail to it. And as far as articulation goes, so the head, this is a little bit different than what they normally do. With the heads, they actually have the head attached to the neck, so there's only a connection point right here, so you can't turn the head from the neck. It's all one piece. So using that one piece, you can look up just a little bit, down a pretty decent amount. It's just kind of the collar gets in the way, and then you can rotate side to side. You can turn, of course, so there you go. You can get that. For the arms, they can go out comfortably about that far, so I think that's pretty good. They can rotate around. You do have a single joint for the elbow. Gives you less than 90 degrees, but I think that's okay. He does have a swivel there. Get a swivel and a hinge for the wrist there. Then for the torso, he can go back not very far, go forward not very far at all. I'm not even sure if there is an articulation point there. There might not be, but yeah, at least there's something like down here where it connects to the waist. So you get a little bit of something there. The legs, they go out about that far, so that's pretty good. You do go forward and back pretty decent amount. I think that's good. You get a really good thigh swivel, so there you go. If you care about thigh swivels, that's like the only thing you like, I think you might like this figure. So there you go. You do get a single jointed knee, less than 90 degrees. You get a swivel there. And then for the ankle, it goes back a little bit, goes forward a little bit, can pivot and rotate, and that is about it. So pretty simple stuff, but I think it's still good. Just maybe could have had like a little bit more range, but I mean I'm not too worried about it because this guy isn't super acrobatic and all of that. And he's basically just he slowly goes up and guns down everyone. Speaking of gunning down, he does have some guns. He does have this revolver. This reminds me of the type of thing that Dr. Loomis would have carrying around with him. So it's nice. I like the detail of like the handle there, how it looks kind of like it's made out of wood. And then you got a nice silver body for that. He does have a shotgun, with this being the Terminator. When I think of the Terminator, I think of a shotgun. So it's a nice color. It's like a really dark gray. Like it's not black, but like it's a really dark gray. I think that's really cool. I like the detail there with the handle and all of that. I mean, y'all are firearms experts. You can tell me all these parts. I don't know firearms all that best. But yeah, I know that it looks cool. So there you go. And then he does also have this thing again. Firearms experts, you can tell me what this is. I don't know, but again, I think that it looks cool. It's a similar kind of color as the shotgun there. So there you go. It's like a really, really dark gray. I think Lego Batman would approve. But I do like the detail of having like this black tape. It's not really tape, but it's sculpted to look like he has these two like magazines taped together so that when he runs out of one, he can just take one out and then move it over and plug the next one in, and he's ready to rock and roll with that. So yeah, it looks really cool. And he only has trigger finger hands, which makes sense given who he is. So you can easily just, put this into either one of his hands. And if you're not a fan of him having like clean hands, like, like non-messed up hands, he does have some battle damaged hands, which they look burned. And yeah, they still look cool. I like how the gloves are still glossy. It's just, it shows like some of the artificial muscle and all of that. I do think it would have been cool if they, maybe showed less of the muscle and more of the like metal skeleton underneath. I think that would have been cool, but I mean, it still works. It still looks kind of cool. Then he does have two alternate heads, so if you don't like the simple sunglasses look, he does have a look without the sunglasses on. We get more of that Arnold face, but then you also have on the left side, you actually get to see a little bit of the skeleton underneath. So you got like kind of the muscle like exposed, and then you got the metal skull with the robot eye there. I think that looks really cool. I like how it looks like it's this glowing red light. I think that's really cool. So you get that, and then you also get a more battle damaged one, where on this side it just looks like he's got a lot of blood on him, but then on this other side you actually get to see more of the skull up here, but then also over here with like the artificial joints for getting the mouth to move and all that. And you get more muscle detail there as well. So I think that's really cool. I'm not sure what face to go with. I think I might go with the default one just because I like the way it looks. But yeah, I do like that it gives you the options there. So overall, I think that this is a really cool figure. I will say that maybe they could have done something a little bit different. Not saying that this is bad or anything, but I'm just saying of like details like having the gloves like showing more of the skeleton, or like having him have more than just these three firearms. I'm just saying of like maybe they could have done a little bit more, but I'm still very satisfied. Like like the fact that I'm like only a little disappointed with this, but I still think it's a really solid release. I think that just kind of shows what NECA's track record is like, to where like this is still really good, but like you compare that to like a slightly disappointing like Hasbro figure or McFarlane figure or something, I feel like the bar is still really high with NECA. So I still recommend this, especially if you're a fan of the Terminator. I guess we can take a look at the box because we didn't fully look at that yet. I really like the artwork there of him. It even has Schwarzenegger on there. So the Terminator, you get a nice like grid pattern there on that side. Over here you get some, I do like this, how it's kind of like got the data that he has, like as he's like reading through that. You get some nice poses, including him, I guess when he's doing the surgery on himself. So there you go. You get some details there of what he comes with. Same kind of detail on there. There is the bottom here, so shout outs to all of these people, as well as the barcode in case that helps anyone. Not really much on the top. And if we open this up, we do get a really cool shot of him like at the police station or wherever, taking all of them out, and then you get kind of like this, kind of like more of the police station detail on the inside there. So that's really cool. So again, I recommend this. I still think it's really solid, especially if you're a fan of Terminator. And on a side note, the first Terminator movie, that's actually the first R-rated movie I saw by myself. Like all the other R-rated movies I've seen up to that point is with my mom or my dad or something like that. First Terminator is the one that I actually saw by myself. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, this, the movie kind of has a special place in my heart just because of that, and also I like the Terminator franchise, and I am curious of what is your favorite Terminator movie. And tell you what, if you tell me what your favorite is, then I will tell you what mine is, because I know mine is controversial to say that that one's my favorite. But yeah, so you tell me what your favorite movie is first, and then I'll tell you what mine is. But yeah, so regardless, if you like the Terminator, you like NECA, you like what they're doing with all of that, be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you want to see more content like this, you can definitely subscribe. Stay tuned if you want to be back for more future content. You can check out my other NECA figures and all of that. Stay tuned for more stuff. But other than all of that, I do hope you enjoyed. I hope they'll see you all later. Hasta la vista.